Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Module 5. We are now at the midpoint in the term. This is an important week. We have a lot to do this week. As I'm sure you already know, we have the midterm exam, and I will say a few words about that in a couple of minutes. Last week, we went over the economy, unemployment, and also looked a little bit at education. You had an opportunity to share your thoughts on the United States with regard to education as our country compares to other countries. And as I think many of you learned for the first time, based on my perception after reading your comments on the discussion board, some of you are not aware of some of the deficiencies in the United States education system. Sadly, a number of other countries are doing better than we are. However, you all discussed it very effectively and came up with a number of great ideas on some things we might do in moving forward to address some of those deficiencies. In a globalized economy, it's really imperative that we don't fall behind education-wise, and I do hope that legislatures in the various states and in our capital in Washington will make more of an effort to try and address this, especially when it comes to adequate funding and providing equal educational opportunities. As I think some of you pointed out in your response to the discussion question, education funding within the country is not evenly distributed. And of course, that doesn't even go to the issue of private schools versus public schools. We can do a lot better than that. One of the problems is that traditionally education has been funded largely with property taxes. Well, if somebody lives in a wealthy area, it's going to generate a lot of property tax because the houses are worth more and therefore generate more tax. In an impoverished area, that's not the case, the opposite. And so the funds available for education in those areas is much less. It's not the best way to go about doing that. It sort of reinforces existing inequalities. We can do a better job. Well, this week we're going to turn to race, ethnicity, and immigration. Because we have a midterm exam, I've only assigned one textbook article to read. You do have some video material, but only one textbook article. I realize that doing a midterm exam can be stressful because it's worth a significant amount of points. So anyway, you only have one textbook article to read for this week. Race and ethnicity and immigration are in the news all the time these days, and they will continue to be in the news as we move forward. It's part of the routine political discourse in Washington. I don't expect that to change anytime soon. You'll have an opportunity to discuss a couple of problems in race that you identify as being really important and provide your insights into why these problems exist and what we might do to address them. So spend some time thinking about your solutions. This is an opportunity to demonstrate critical thinking. And sometimes when you get through the descriptive part, we tend to spend less time on your suggestions. So what I want you to do is to make your suggestions as to what can be done and then provide evidence as to why you think those suggestions are likely to be effective. We can all come up with ideas, but those ideas aren't necessarily based on evidence. So I want you to have some evidence to support your idea. So for instance, if you thought, well, we could address racial inequality by giving everybody a lot of money, well, where's this money going to come from? Is there any evidence that we have the money to be able to do that? So make sure that whatever you suggest is grounded in reality, grounded in evidence. With regard to the midterm exam, it'll have two parts, a short answer part and an essay part. The short answer part contains 10 questions. The instructions specify that you're to answer each of those 10 questions in one sentence and one sentence only. Do not give me more than one sentence. You should be able to create a well thought out response to each of those questions in a single sentence. The essay is, of course, longer, more detailed, and gives you more of an opportunity not only to display your understanding of the course material, but to demonstrate critical thinking about that material. You do not have to cite and reference anything in the short answer part. In the essay part, yes, you do have to cite and reference the information. All the information you present in your essay must come from the course material, course written and video material. This is nothing new. We've been doing this all term in the discussion. So this is just a continuation of what you're accustomed to doing. I greatly encourage you not to leave this till the end. I deliberately chose not to give you a proctored in-class exam. I know those are very stressful. You have an entire week to do this exam. There's no reason why everyone can't do a great job on this exam. You have the information right in front of you in the course material, in the book, in the videos. So I'm really looking forward to excellent work on these exams. Some of you will be able to make up considerable ground, and others will be able to capitalize on what you've already accomplished in the course. So don't wait till Sunday night to do this, please. If nothing else, read the questions at the very beginning of the week so that if anything in the questions is not clear, you can get to me with your questions and I could respond before it's too late to give you a response. If you wait till the weekend, I might not be able to get back to you as quickly as necessary in order to give you the information you need. I will check my email on next Saturday and Sunday, as I always do, but I encourage you to get those questions to me sooner in the week. If you do have any questions, of course, I always am happy to provide answers. I can't answer the questions, but I can give you clarification on what they mean if that's confusing to you. I'd be happy to do that. They're due on Sunday, of course, at the end of the module. And there's no reason, as I said, why everyone can't do a great job on this. Okay, so have a good week. As always, I'm looking forward to the discussions we have. I really appreciate the fleshed out, thorough responses to the discussion questions that many of you are posting. Some of them are really great. They demonstrate clear and substantial understanding of the course material. They're insightful, and I really enjoy reading them. So thank you for doing a great job on those discussion posts. Okay, have a good week, and I'll be seeing you soon.